Again. All right, so look at that. We're gridding number 1. So we just got to keep our head cool. Got a minute before gridding. Ron Smith. I gotcha. I gotcha. This is definitely down to more so stock horsepower levels, it feels like, and just mainly just racing suspension. So we are gridding number 1 with our 142-404. 11 cars on the grid so far. One thing you want to remember, keep this on relative.
Green, green, green. Gonna go straight.
Got 10 laps. Yeah, kind of a real... at the moment. Gotta try to breathe and calm down. Calm down. Don't forget break points. Shifting like crazy now. See the line of cars behind me, they all want my head right now. Oh, someone spun out behind us. Do a play-by-play on that because we need to focus on the race at hand. That was definitely brutal. And we're still managing to sit on the pole. Settled as much as possible. All right, so far so good. Not there. Definitely not there. Noticing the rig moving, we do have a motion rig. I do have it turned down a little bit. But yeah, we are running with a Prosimu T1000 2 degrees of freedom motion rig. So it's not that I have a flimsy cockpit or anything like that. That adds to the anxiety of the whole thing. In the car, you're feeling all the motion, you're feeling all the movements. Shopping around for one, I definitely suggest taking a look at this one. It's stay consistent. Seem to be pulling away a little bit. At Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca. Last lap was at 42.9. So we are definitely holding somewhat true to our qualifying lap time. Somewhat consistent. Jackson Shaw catching up quite quickly. That was pretty dirty there. That wasn't clean by any means. Wide enough on the entry. Definitely costing us a little bit of time that we needed. Go out wide here, no matter what car you're driving. Gradually come into the apex. Treat this almost like a straight, open up that turn. Is like a mashup of just tricky turns. We don't really have anything in the way of off-camber turns, but oh my gosh. Oh, brakes are failing. That costed me some time there. Disconnecting, might have been in the pits. Some incidences that happened in the beginning. We're on lap 5, we're still holding the lead. Definitely keep your eye on that red apex. Aim for it. Once you pass it, look for the exit, and then put your foot down slowly. Make sure you got the grip behind you. That's why I love this course. The apex is in red. Good teaching tool. That's impressive.
5 laps to go.
nice thing is with this car is when you nail the turns right, it rewards you and it feels so smooth. When you nail it wrong, it starts to feel really erratic and crazy. Like that.
They said you cut the course. They're showing us a black flag.
Let him pass. I'm gonna have to let him pass.
Got a car on the left.
Slow down.
Clear on the left.
Darn it, we had to give up the lead there. Oh, that stinks. All that hard work.
Next car is the leader.
He's probably so confused why I gave him the position there. I had no choice. I didn't want to get disqualified. I know in my mind it's supposed to be before the end of the next lap. Problem with that is I seen it happen where you didn't even finish the lap and it already disqualified you. So I didn't want to take the risk. Because you know what? There's nothing wrong with second place at the moment. We'll definitely try to catch him. Maybe keep some pressure on him. You never know what happened. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes it happens. You never know. Woo! We got it back, baby. We got it back. I feel bad for him, but
Way to go, Stripe. You're in first. Good job.
yeah. Overdriving the car like we are guilty of, obviously. Tires just give out, you know. You think you can still hold the same pace you did last lap. You're not feeling it. The rear just gives away from you. Or in iRacing, I mean, the dynamic track, dirt getting on the track. consistent and see if it works itself out sometimes. Not a doubt in my mind, if he didn't mess up there, he was the same level, I don't think we would have been able to necessarily catch up. He was holding pretty much similar lap times to us, if not a little faster. This section here, that's, you know, that's where he lost it. He got into the throttle a little too quick. I would like to think it's pressure, but could have been anything. White flag is out. Still not the end of the race. Anything could happen. We could crash. White flag, white flag.
One more lap to win.
Oh, that's a beautiful sound. Beautiful sound. Wow, he's back in second place. He's already gaining on us again. So about 4 seconds back. How is he back in second place? Wow. That was a pretty big spin-off he did there. Kind of holding him around the 4.443. He's kind of gaining on us a little bit, so which leads me to believe that he is faster than us. We just got lucky. That's racing. That's what happens. We're pulling decent lap times though. For the most part, we were at least. I am so happy right now. Yeah! And the win! Woo!
You won. You won.
Oh man, who would have ever thought? On New Year's Day. Hopefully this sets some precedence for the rest of the year. I'm going to take her back into the pits correctly. Oh yeah. Oh man, that feels so good. There we go. Whew. The only thing is, being that we qualified first, and we are, that's my pit guy all the way down there at the end. There's our crew and all.
Checkered flag. Race is over.
There we are. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So let's see if it'll actually show us our fastest lap that we actually turned. No, it won't. For some reason. That's a little weird. But yeah, you can see there, qualifying lap time is a 1:42.404, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna quit there. We'll save this one. Ron Smith, thank you so much. Do I have a modified 69Z28 I race with? Loving racing with the MX-5. It's a fun car to drive. Yeah, this car is definitely a lot of fun. I do not have a modified 69Z28. I have a, for the most part, pretty much stock 2013 CTS-V. You might be confusing me with someone else. But that was awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching that race. Where we're going to continue the fun of the night. My nerves are a little still shaking. Still shaking. That was something amazing.